National treasure Miranda Hart has announced that she is actually married.
While sharing the joys and fun of getting married in true Miranda style, she joked about how thrilled she is at being a young bride.
So, can you be too old to fall in love? That's the big question. We're joined by author and broadcaster Nikki Hodgson and celebrity psychologist Natalia Kobylkina. Good to see you both this morning. Natalia, can you be too old to really find love?
Yes.
Why? Why?
Because I'm a psychologist more than 20 years. And last research shows that a lot of people, what means fall to love? You have something what you don't have enough. For example, you are very shy, and then you fall to love somebody who is very brave because you miss this braveness and you like it in another person. But when you're 40, already you know who you are, what you want, what you don't want. And if you start to make a relationship, you make it very pragmatic. You say, it will more easy to make my life. Why I need to destroy it? And you become to be very difficult to choose who you would like to have in your life because you know who you are, and it's not about fall to love. It's about it's easier or it's more difficult to live with somebody.
OK, so you almost become too independent. You don't need anybody at that stage in your life. Nikki Hodgson, what do you make of that?
Well, you don't need anybody ever. It's about wanting to be with someone, isn't it? And sharing your life with them. I think it's lovely news that Miranda Hart has got married, and I think it goes to show that we have such an obsession with getting married or finding our partner at a young age. And obviously there's a slight biological reason for that for some people because they want children, but there are other ways to have children past a point. And if you don't want to have them, then just don't worry about it. I used to be a Silicon Valley dating coach, and it was amazing how many people were so rigid about the age of the partner they were looking for, and they had this timeline and they had to get it all done by then. And life just doesn't work like that. The other thing is there's no such thing as the one. And there could be lots of ones.
Nikki, no.
Yeah, I know, controversial.
Oh,
controversial, especially when I'm married as well.
I know.
Don't tell my husband, he's not watching.
Well, you're married at the moment, Nikki.
I'm married for now, as of today. But I mean, what I mean by that is people come along at different points in your life and they fit for different reasons. And I just think you can always be optimistic about that.
Natalia, I know it's changing. The one, this has thrown me entirely, Natalia.
Yeah, me too.
About the one. Do you believe in the one, Natalia? Finding the one true love?
Yes, but again, you need to be ready. And sometimes before 40, you expect some very special. After 40, I say, I just to be with somebody. And you jump and you want to be with somebody. And if you see that somebody look nice, you feel good, you say, let's try, because I don't have time. I need to make it now. And it's correct, because we need to live now. And sometimes I think that we need to start to think like in 20, like we are in 40. Because after 40, people really live better life than in 20.
What do you think? When did you get married, Nikki? Well, you're still a young thing anyway. But...
4 years ago, and we'll have been together 10 years next year. But my husband is 50 this year, so we weren't young when we got married. I was 36, he was 48, you know, so, and I'm glad we waited. I'm glad I didn't marry any of the other ones who were all terrible in the end. So, the other thing I would say is the later you get married, the more of a chance you have of staying together, because it's just too complicated to get divorced as you get older and older. So get married late.
Nikki, you sound so romantic this morning. It's just too complicated to get divorced over a certain age. Natalia, what do you make of the school of thought that you get too stuck in your ways the older you get? You become more difficult to be with over time because you're just so used to your own company and the way that you do things.
First question which I ask my clients, which compromise are you ready to do? That he will with kids, that he is short, not has hair, has some problematic, like to drink, don't like to make a sport. It's the first, because every woman who is single after 40, they have huge list what they expect from one man. And 2 days ago, one man asked me, why I have so many single women? I said, because we are very demanding. We have big list of quality. And I say, girls, if you make it less, okay, he's not multimillionaire, he's not so young, he has kids, he has his dog, and what to do? Love him. And for this, God create a love, because if you love, it's easy to make compromise. But if you're not in love, it's not possible.
What about I mean, what about finding your one true love, your quite literally your other half in life? Do you believe in? Well, no, Nikki doesn't believe in that. Natalia, I mean, does that not matter in this, or is it for the sort of women perspective that you've been looking at? Is it just an equation that people are going through just so they're not on their own?
You know, today we see too much romantic movie. And it's very big difference between fall to love and be in love. My parents, they're married 45 years. They're still together and in love. But they pass very difficult period in life. In my life, I was married 19 years. And marriage, it's work. It's a lot of work. It's every day work. When you wake up and you fight to be with somebody, more easier to be single.
Oh, I'm thoroughly depressed.
Yes,
Nikki, Natalia, we're going to leave it there before people start throwing themselves under a singles bus.